is a 2001 creature feature directed by J. Andrews. A small-town sheriff's investigation into recent fatal animal attacks takes an unexpected turn when all the evidence points towards the culprit being a dinosaur. And just so you know, there will be full spoilers ahead, but if that doesn't bother you, then grab your pink grapefruit-flavoured popcorn and whip out your Eric Roberts-faced plastic dinosaur as we dive into Raptor. Oh, but before we do, I should probably let you know that this film is quite literally scenes from the original Carnosaur trilogy, just lifted out and edited into this one in between some new original drama bits. Aye, it's as balmy as it sounds. So here we go. So the movie begins with a full scene lifted from the original Carnosaur, namely the bit where some teens are drink driving and are soon to be shredded by a tiny raptor. But anyway, one of them gets out of the car to take a piss, but something attacks him and his bloodied face looks through the window like, "Ew, you guys are copping off in the Jeep while I'm outside? That's just rude." Then we're introduced to our protagonist, played by Eric Roberts. Man, he's been in some shite, hasn't he? I'm going to call him E-Rob. Anyway, he's the sheriff and he meets up with this guy who actually played the sheriff in Carnosaur 1, and they found the teen's car all covered in blood. So E-Rob touches it and says,
"Blood in more than 4 or 5 hours old.
6 at a push. Go up to 7 and you're losing it. 8 and you're way off." He opens a body bag to look at one of the victims and says,
"Oh boy."
"No, that's the girl." "Well, I can't tell from a bag of gore, can I? Looks like spaghetti bolognese with eyes." Then this lady turns up who is some kind of animal expert, so I'm going to call her Annie Milady. She has a look in the car window and is all like,
"Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! Oh!"
Then they discuss what could have done this, and E-Rob says,
"What about a cougar?"
"Why would a middle-aged woman looking for a younger fella do this? That was a stupid suggestion, E-Rob. Sorry." Well, gentlemen, I have concluded that the only reasonable culprit is a dinosaur. Oh, dinosaur's a good one. Oh, you're serious? Then we're at some sort of science facility and we meet this Ed Harris wannabe, who I'm going to call Kristoff. He's been breeding dinosaurs, you see, because he's the baddie, yeah? And he's chastising his team because they let one escape. "You, leather jacket, how could you let this happen?"
"Sir, I can't be in 3 places at one time."
"Then you're useless. Fetch me someone who can or I'll feed Mr. Suspenders over there to my T-Rex." "What? Why me?" "Because Suspenders looks stupid, that's why. And also, where the hell is my delivery of chickens? How the hell should I know? I'm just watching the movie." Then we see a chicken delivery van leaving the depot to deliver some chickens to Kristoff. Then we get another scene lifted from Carnosaur 1 where the chicken van driver gets killed by the tiny raptor. But this time a police officer finds the van soon after and says, "Why is this chicken van by the side of the road, eh? And why are the chickens all dead, eh? And where's the driver at? Eh?" So he gives E-Rob a call and "I can see a boom, Mike." So he tells him about the van and E-Rob says he'll come and check it out. So he says bye to his daughter, who is also the receptionist. Nepotism much. Then he heads out. But the deputy gets attacked and killed by the Lao Raptor. Using footage from Carnosaur 1 again, of course. Then we cut to E-Rob's daughter shagging her boyfriend in the back of his truck. I kid you not, this sex scene goes on for 7.5 minutes. It's absolutely bloody ridiculous. The only other notable thing about it is a really fake boobs, which I can't show you for obvious reasons, but believe me, they're as round as celestial bodies. So once they're done, her boyfriend is attacked off screen by our resident raptor, so she drives off with the beastie clinging to the truck, but somehow manages to fall out the door and down a hill while the truck drives itself off a bridge and explodes, which I'm sorry to say is the #1 cause of death for trucks. That and AIDS. Elsewhere, E-Rob and Annie arrive at the chicken van, but can't find the deputy because he's dead. So they have a look at the delivery manifest and it says, "Please deliver these chickens to Kristoff at the science lab so he can make more dinosaurs." Oh, well, that's fairly straightforward then, isn't it? See, I told you it was dinosaurs. So you did.
"I owe you a Coke."
But then E-Rob gets a call on his radio to say that his daughter's been in a really stupid accident, so they both head to the hospital. "How's she doing, doctor?" "She's going to be okay, but them fake chebs are going to remain awful and you should feel ashamed of yourself for letting her get them." "Oh, thanks, Doc, for that professional opinion." Back to Kristoff and his assistant walks over and says,
"Are you okay, sir?"
"No, I think Truman's onto us. But anyway, any news on the dinosaur?" "Oh, Mr. Suspenders, I can see you bloody peeking!"
"You're worse than a cat."
"What do you want?" "I need tomorrow off work." "Why?" "It's my birthday." "Oh, it's your birthday, is it? Well, I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal with you. I'll give you tomorrow off if you go down into the basement, walk up to the T-Rex and make fun of its stupid little arms." "But sir, it'll eat me." "No, it won't. It's held behind lasers, silly. Now go on, it'll be funny as fuck." Outside, E-Rob and Annie turn up to the science lab and say, "Yo, I want to talk to Kristoff about his dinosaurs and shit." Subtle, E-Rob. Very subtle. Meanwhile, "Hey, Mr. T-Rex, your arms are small, impractical, and make you look rather foolish." "You fucking what, mate?" "Okay, Kristoff, can I come out now?" "Oh no, my hand has slipped and accidentally turned off the lasers. What a goof." "Oh no, it's eaten him. What a shame I won't have to look at his stupid suspenders anymore."
I was wondering, what the hell was
Oh, that's a big angry dog. Oh, okay then. Bye. Wait, don't you want to see Kristoff? Yeah, I do. Then why are you leaving? I don't know, but I can't stop! Back in the hospital, Annie plays a recording of a big angry dog to E-Rob's daughter, and we get a repeat of the scene where she was attacked, but a bit shorter and about as overwhelmingly red and black as you can get. Then she does a good impression of me watching the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Not really though. I quite enjoyed it. After my lobotomy. Then we get the best line of dialogue in the movie.
Oh God, Daddy, it was awful. It was some kind of lizard or something and it got Tommy. And then it started to come after me.
And the Oscar goes to...
Absolutely anyone but her.
Look, I am not crazy.
Whoa, settle down, bitch. I didn't say you were crazy. I said delusional with a hint of psychosis. Then E-Rob drops Annie off at her house, and she gives him a wee smooch because she likes his face and says,
Not bad for an old guy.
Old guy? She'll never know how much that hurt my feelings. Meanwhile, the sheriff gets a call saying there's a dinosaur knocking about in the town centre, and he's all like, this better not be them bloody kids messing around again. Oh, I better take me shotgun just in case. Then we get another scene lifted straight from Carnosaur 1 where he shoots the raptor but then foolishly stands next to it and it gores him with its big toe. The next day, E-Rob gets a call about the sheriff and heads to the morgue with Annie to see the body. She finds a big claw stuck in it and E-Rob says, right, I think we've got enough evidence. Let's go punch Kristoff in the dick. Then we see this military fella on the phone to Kristoff saying, a little birdie tells me you've been mecking dinosaurs again. Have you? No. Really? No! Okay, but if I find out you have, then I won't invite you to my next barbecue. I really hope he doesn't find out then. I really like his sausage. You can't beat a bit of sausage if you've got no hands. E-Rob and Annie then turn up with a search warrant and say, hello, Kristoff. I hear you're a bit of a dickhead.
A bit. Well, I did some checking before we came up here, and according to the internet...
You've been mecking dinosaurs. Damn internet. I knew I shouldn't have told that bastard about me dinosaurs. Well, you've caught me. Follow me and I'll show you to all the bad shit I've been doing. So they get into an elevator and on the way down...
What is that?
Oh, that was just me breaking wind. Once they're downstairs, Kristoff and his men hold them at gunpoint and take them to a room where they'll be held captive.
Inside you go.
Oh, and Jamie, stop pointing that gun at the back of me head, you fucking cretin. Sorry, boss. Annie is all like, now what do we do? Don't you worry. I'll have us out of here in no time. Watch this. Okay, I'm out of ideas. Then we see the military fella again and he says to the general, I've got some bad news and I've got some really bad news. Okay, what's the bad news? Kristoff has been mecking dinosaurs again. Oh, what a shit. He told me he was done with that. Don't worry, I'll send in a team to sort it out. And the really bad news? Sarah on the front desk keeps telling folk I look like the Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt. Hey, don't laugh. You're supposed to be on my side. I'm not laughing. My moustache is tickling me lip. Hey up, here come the Carnosaur 3 teams. Looks like it's not just the first movie they're going to lift scenes from.
Alpha 1 Forces Delta 29, trip to just arrived.
Negative on that one, please repeat, but in a language humans can understand. They get on board a helicopter and then this inquisitive chap says,
What exactly are we looking for, sir? That's classified, soldier, but you'll know him when you see him.
Well, that's a bit counterintuitive, isn't it? At least tell us, is it
Animal, vegetable, mineral?
Well, it isn't going to be a bloody vegetable or mineral, is it, you wind-up twat? A short time later, the troops arrive at the facility and head inside.
Alpha 1 Forces Delta 29. We're good to go, over.
Delta 29, I am 4'3" tall. Over. Then we see this lady from the power company or something who says to her colleague, Hey Ted, turn off the power to that science facility, will you? That baddie Kristoff hasn't paid his electricity bill this month.
I like to push the switch.
Fortunately for E-Rob and Annie, this also opens the door so they can escape. And Kristoff's like, oh, why's the power gone out? Oh shit, I forgot to pay the lecky bill again, didn't I? Oh no, now me dinosaurs are gonna get out! Oh! And get out they do, both his extra raptors and the T-Rex. The troops encounter the raptors and hold them off with gunfire until they retreat.
Are those what I think they are?
I don't want to think what I think those are.
But if you don't think what you think those are, then how the hell are you going to think what I think they are? E-Rob and Annie make it back to the elevator and she says, which floor do we need to go to?
Up, 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 up.
No, I said what floor? Not do your best impression of Popeye. Back to Corporal Gibberish and he says,
Down there where I showed you where that support beam is.
Sir, you are mumbling something rotten. I can't understand a single bloody word you're saying. Enunciate! Elsewhere, Kristoff's assistant realises everything's gone to shit and tries to leave. But a raptor attacks her in an elevator, and her death scene is just that bit from Carnosaur 2 where it kills Noc Vasquez. Then we get another bit from that movie where the helicopter pilot gets killed by a sneaky raptor on board. But this time, they've really badly superimposed leather jacket below the helicopter when it crashes. Ah, it looks terrible. Back inside, and multiple troops are eaten by the raptors and T-Rex, with the actors really obviously changing to the ones in Carnosaur 3 when killed. I tell you, if you'd never seen the Carnosaur movies before and you started watching this, you'd feel like you were losing your bloody mind. Just like me. Ow. Then this random helicopter lands and these fellas in orange jumpsuits run inside, but Kristoff awkwardly knocks one of them out and takes his clothes. Then in the next scene, everyone runs out of the building, including the guys in orange. So what the hell did they go in for? Then we see the T-Rex has broken out of the building and everyone watches as it eats Kristoff. And oh my god, they added all those guys in orange just so they could use that bit from Carnosaur 2. Oh, the lengths they went to make this movie even somewhat work. Oh, but it gets better, because now E-Rob has to fight the T-Rex with the forklift truck thingy. And I kid you not, the vehicle completely changes halfway through the fight, from the white one with the curved forks used in Carnosaur 1, to the yellow one with the straight forks in Carnosaur 2. They clearly didn't give a shit by this point. It's glorious. Anyway, E-Rob gives us the same line as the kid did in Carnosaur 2, only delivered a bit better.
Eat this, Barney.
You purple prick. Then he pushes the T-Rex into the elevator shaft to its doom. Then the facility explodes because it feels like it. So the day is saved, E-Rob and Annie get together and disown his daughter because of her fake awful boobs. But then we get a weird little tease where we see another facility which has made a clone of Kristoff and his assistant for some insane reason. But we'll never get a sequel to this because they already used all the good bits from the Carnosaur trilogy. Well, I say good bits, but you know what I mean. End of movie. Well, considering they just took loads of bits from the Carnosaur movies and mashed them together with some new drama, I still enjoyed watching this for the most part. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a terrible movie, but if you're familiar with the Carnosaur trilogy, there's still some fun to be had. It's kind of like a greatest hits album, only if none of the songs on it were ever a hit. So, Raptor, what did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you loathe it? Let us know in the comments below. But only if your name's Joe. Even if it's not.